Welcome everyone. Today we're going to start seated. If you have a resistance band, keep it next to you. A yoga belt can also help.
Hey, good morning.
We're just going to sit and explore our spinal position and our neck and head position and try to get a stretch down from the back of the neck into the spine as we begin.
I think I'll start us sitting today. You can have the hands in front or to the side. If you have a little tightness in the back, this is often helpful. I would wrap the elbows under and just try to lift yourself up and think about where your plumb line is. So from the top of the head down to the tailbone. If you're in this position, you could again pull forward. I would also drop the elbows or explore what feels great. Because as we go into our head roll, you'll feel, I'm hoping, the stretch from the muscles behind the ear, the scalenes. Also, if you're a breather that breathes here, we want to try to concentrate to get the breath down into the rib cage. So wherever you're positioned, we're just going to take a little bit of a gentle stretch and slowly transition out of that, and then the other side. If this is too strong, just lie on the back and start doing some pelvic tilts. Just thought it might be good to start seated. Okay, so I'm just going to look to the side here. We're going to hold for 5 inhale, exhales. Think of your chin position. Maybe you want to explore dropping the chin or lifting the chin, or even looking up and down. Just find a position that you're happy to stay in. 5 inhale, exhales. The idea is a lateral breath, and you're pulling up. Let's walk the bones too. So you're trying to feel if your pelvis is twisted. Maybe you can get out of that lower back, and that's where your hand positions come into play because you can hold yourself there. Okay, and then I'm just going to bring you out of that, and we'll go into pelvic tilt. Hoping this makes sense. Just scream if it doesn't. Inhale up. Tall spine. Exhale. So visualize the muscles that attach to the back of your skull, down the neck, down to the middle of your shoulder blades, down into the lower back, into the hips. They're all connected. And we'll exhale as you drop back as I catch my breath. I can feel a stretch in the back of the shoulders, down the elbows, into the fingers. And using the arms here to pull back up, we'll do 2 more, and then we'll go into our next stretch on the other side. Use the stomach if you like. Close the ribs. Big inhale, growing taller, 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 but not flaring the ribs. So you can feel the sit bones are equal. You're kind of creeping off of the sit bones, so as you restack, you're massaging all those muscle insertion points. And then again, think about where your hand positions are. And you just have to think about what side you were doing. So ear to shoulder. If that feels great, hang there. You can bring the chin down or up. So wherever is the most intense for this purpose, we're going to hold that position. Lateral breath in for 5 and out. Inhale, 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 exhale. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. And we'll just come away from that. This time the arms are going to come up. So if you have a resistance band, you can also use that. Keep the elbows up. That's it, Christine. You're going to grab yours. And up. I'll grab my guys. Keep going. No. That could be very That's it. So if you're using your resistance band, have a gentle stretch. And as I've got the elbows up slightly, you should feel it along the whole ring of the body. There's your pelvic tilt. Catherine, you look like a little ballerina. I should take a photo. I've got the 3 of you like staggered really creatively. That's it, Christine. That's it. Otherwise, your arms are out and around. As you come into your neutral, you're going to reach the hands up. And again, you can keep that band and we'll reach. And then we'll take it to the side. So I'm going to have you look under the arm here. And then let's look at the bones again. Are you rotating the spine? And then if you lift the elbow and give you a little pelvic tilt, you might feel a deeper stretch there. Kind of got to look for it. And then we'll lift away from that side and we'll do the other side. So I'm pulling elbow, if you're using band, elbow up, and then pull. And we're going to stretch. So the hand that's in the floor, you could push. Lift the elbow, close the ribs, and explore if you're rotating. Good. Let's do that one more time on either side. Lift up. So I have a medium, lightweight medium band. So if it's too much, you might want to leave it out. I don't want to hurt your wrists. Sit bones are on the floor. I'm using my arms to help me keep there as I try to lift into that stretch a little bit taller. Nice work. Good, lower deep breath. Nice, guys. And then we're going to take the band again, or let's release the hand, sorry, let's get you out of that. The other leg is going to come forward. And then we're going to add a little bit more. Other leg is going to come forward. Is that my other leg? Okay, guys. Wide arm position, up over the head and behind us. We're doing our best not to flare the ribs. Inhale up. Exhale. How good does that go? Oh my god, I need to take a photo of you. This looks so cute. Let's do two more. Inhale. And exhale. Good. No shoulder pain? Nice. Good. And the last one. Okay, shake the legs out. Any stiffness there, let me know. I'm going to give you a stretch here, so I'll turn to the side so you don't have to look at my feet. If you have a resistance band or a yoga strap, let's make sure it's wide. And then we'll pull back. All right. Again, I'm going to hold your posture tall here. So if you need a little bit more assistance, release the band. Otherwise, you can pull really strongly. We'll pull the elbows in. Watch your ankles and all 10 toes. So I'm trying to not let anything roll midline. You're going to squeeze the muscles of the legs, your glutes. And again, tall position. And we'll go into your next stretch here. See if you can connect the bones so you feel the stretch deeper down the spine. Back up into a tall chin position. And I'm moving slowly just because it can feel really tight first thing in the morning. Moving down into the shoulders as we do this. Can you correct your shoulder position a little bit? Maybe you want to look up towards the ceiling there. Just get creative. You want to find those areas that need attention. All the while, you can go into a pelvic tilt. And the palms down so I can feel the stretch on the top, rounded shoulders. Then pull, and then the palms come forward. Okay, and then we'll just hang out here. And then you might be able to lift the arms a little bit higher. Squeeze your glutes, pelvic tilt, and then roll back up. We're going to go into a forward bend here. So if you prefer, just grab your feet. If you have a nice length of a resistance band, you can pull, hey, good morning, you can pull back I just don't want to undo all of that shoulder release that we've been working on. So if you have the strength, you're drawing the shoulders back. Hi, gorgeous. And back. Good. Okay, and we'll take it out of there. Shoulder release. Taking it to the floor, guys. And we're going to go into your spine twist. So I'm going to have the arms out about shoulder height, palms up. Try to get nice long length, and then just dropping your knees side to side. So when you drop your knees over, try your best not to shuffle around, shuffle. And then the feet are stacked, and then the knees are stacked, obviously. So you could push the hips forward so the knees become aligned. But that is a strong position. I have the feet pretty far from my hips. So if you need it a little bit more sensitive, bring the feet closer to you. That way, I'm hoping you can feel the stretch from the fingers, from the shoulder, ribs, hips, knees, ankles, toes. Exhale back. And at that point, again, do your best not to wiggle around. You might not feel like it's your normal position. And back. Lovely. We're going to lift into your bridge. We're going to step the feet closer. Straight spine here. Squeeze your glutes, 10 toes into the floor as you lift up. Nice work. Holding here, you're going to go into your arm circles. You're going to inhale, hands behind the head. Exhale, circle around. Good. Spread the fingers. Think of your shoulders here. So all of those areas that we opened up, let's see if we can create a little bit more space. 2 more. I'm pushing the knees forward so you can feel a knee stretch and a hip stretch. One more time with the circle. Then we'll come down, nice work, bringing the right knee into the chest, sending the left. Good. And we'll switch. Lovely, spread the toes, and switch. Okay, guys, buckle up. We're going to get into some core work. So you could keep your head down. You could lift the elbows, remember, if you want to get a stretch into the arm and back. If you're feeling up for it, join me. We're coming up and neck and shoulder. You're going to inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale. Good. One more time on either side. So if you pull a leg in, you're going to go into a little twist. Keep that core engaged. I don't want to stress the shoulders out. My leg is pushing into the hands. The hands are resisting. Coming back to center, from which you could rest back down if you needed to. Otherwise, I'm going to keep you up. Look for a back stretch. Keep that core. Use your obliques. And we'll switch. Good. Up and around. Opposite shoulder and hip. We're connecting here. Tighten that lower belly. Good. If it gets into the neck, just lower the head. And then I'm going to have your hands behind the head. And we cross. And cross, a little wide. And cross. One more time, other side. And down, nice work. So if there's any dizziness or need, feeling a little tired, I'm going to elevate your head, your toes. Toes are forward, knees face the ceiling. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw, just rocking the hips. Start, guys. Lorraine, you're right so far? Yeah. Okay. So let's bring the hands behind the head, guys. Keep your hips down here. Just get engaged. Wrap the legs. Wrap your feet. Use all 10 toes in the floor. We're going to lift the body. And lower. And up. And down. Keeping that going, but let's think about your bone position and elbow position and all the muscles in your back. Trying to get a nice wide stretch. Find that lower tummy. As it starts to bring down that depth of navel to spine, you'll feel the contraction, deepen. And then go into a body roll. So lift up, reach for the legs, lift yourself up. If you want to, you could use your resistance band here. So I have it in half, and I'm pulling outwise. And we come back down. Take a breath in, head, neck, shoulder. Reach the band up towards the corner of the room. Now, head, neck, and shoulder. So I'm not collapsing. I'm trying to keep almost like the size of an apple underneath the chin. Oh my goodness. And up. Keep that going. Lorraine, if there was a little gap in the back, you can have your feet on a block. Makes it a little bit harder, but it helps you get that gap corrected. Or you could wrap a towel under that lower back. Okay, ladies. 2 more. And after that second one, you're gonna come up, stay up, and then let's open the feet so they're the width of the mat, and just so we can go into a stretch here. Good. Nice tall positions, ladies. Hi, Rach, that's good. So tighten your stomach. We're gonna bend forward, and the opposite hand to the ball of the foot. The back hand could be on the floor, or you can reach. And we'll walk to the center, same on the other side. Can you squeeze the top of the legs and the tummy? And again, coming to your center, and let's see if we can hold you here. Big inhale, big exhale. So I'm going to go into rolling like a ball in a moment. So I'm hoping that you feel all right for this. If not, just rest onto your back. Just going to pump the lymphatics again. So you're going to hang on to the back of the legs. Tuck the tailbone under, and we'll roll down and up. So it will pump circulation a bit. So if you're feeling a little bit like you'd rather just rest to the floor, go for it. And then just lift your head up a little, right? So there you go. 3, 2, and 1. And then body roll back down to the mat. We're going to go into your leg circles. So again, you can have your head elevated. If you need a rest, take a spine twist. Otherwise, straight or bend legs. I'm going to just take the leg, we'll cross. You can make that as big as you like. Down, around, and up. Let's do 10. Inhale. Exhale. Good. 5. Yeah, nice. 3, 2, As you finish your next circle, before we do the other direction, we're going to go into a little stretch again. So you can have the legs straight or bent. And you can pump the foot with this a little roll or point and flex. If you want, you can lift your head, neck, and shoulder. Good. And then we'll switch. Here too, let's do a little ankle roll. Pointing, flexing, and switch. All right, tighten up. And switch. Good. And switch. Can you guys keep that lower tummy doing the work here so it's not in the shoulders and into the back of the neck? If you're continuing, I'm going to start to cross. So we'll move the hands behind the head, and then we'll add cross, and then cross. Or you could bend the knee. And then I'll take you out of that. Good. Leg circle the other direction. Out. Down and around. Big breath. You can also bend the legs if it feels a bit strong. But if your legs are straight, try your best to really squeeze. If you have your band, place the band on your foot and do this exercise. Good. Keep that going. Nice. Shoot for 3 more. That's good, ladies. We're going to rest out of that before we do this other side. So you can bend the knees up. Again, if there's any lightheadedness, elevate your head. And we go into your spine twist. So just going to drop the knees out to the side. Exhale back. And great work. And back. Okay. Leg circle the other side. Again, you can keep the knees bent if you need to. You shoot for 10. Cross, down and around. Breath. Hip work. Opens up the hips, releases emotional stress. Especially if you do a lot of desk work. Open up the back. Each time use the resistance band if you like. Really pull the legs towards you. 4 more. Catch when you're all right. Okay. And then, yep. Other direction. Ouch. These are tough when we've not done them in a while, huh? Woo. I feel it, girls. 3. Use that tummy. I'm going to go for 2 more. As you come out, just bend the knees. Just take a moment there, catch the breath. I'm going to take you to the sides, and we're going to go into a chest opener here. So if your back is super tight, it might feel more comfortable to keep your hands behind the head. You can, again, explore reaching the elbows away. You can explore tucking the tailbone or just a basic chest opener. But do try to look away, getting that neck stretch. And then again. And you can also extend the arm. Keeping that going. This can make you feel a little bit dizzy if you're a little under the weather. So if that's the case, I would rather you hold the position, which we're going to do anyway here. 5 deep inhale exhales. Spreading the fingers. Take in as much oxygen as you can. Use that arm to push you back up. Going into a cat stretch. Just remember what side you've done. Good. Toes are in neutral. Heels are in neutral. Inhale as you move up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then you could push back into your child pose. Keep those elbows in. Pull the floor to you as you come up towards hands and knees. You could push back again, or you could join me in a hip stretch here. And if it feels nice, go ahead and move up. If there's any sensitivity, lift the hips a little bit, squeeze your glutes, and then we'll pull back again. And again, if there's any lightheadedness, keep the head in neutral. Exhale. And just resting back in whatever position is ideal for you. If it still feels sensitive, you're going to walk your hands closer to you, tucking the tailbone under. Or you could take it all the way to the floor and then have your head on your fist. Resting there for 5 deep inhale exhales. Yeah. And after your 5th, we'll lift you up. I'm going to try something here. You're going to do your best to bring the elbow between the knee, forearm down, and we'll go into a little stretch. Now, that's really strong. You can have your hands as you wish. Pushing that hand into the floor, it helps you get a stretch down the back into the ridge. Find your neutral first, and then we'll do the other side. I'm going to add a little pelvic tilt there. I'm using the core, making sure the spine, the neck, shoulders are happy, and then switch. Nice work. Okay. Walk yourself back up to neutral. Hands are coming onto the shoulder after your stretch, brush, shoulder rolls. Very good, girls. Do a little bit of a hip stretch here, so if you need to skip this, that's okay. And bring you onto the knee. And we're going to just lunge forward. So this can hurt your knee. Remember, you can wrap the mat. All right. The hand that's there in front of you, the floor opposite one to the knee, and again, we're going to go into your rotation. Draw the shoulder down. Keep in mind of your elbow placement here. Circle the arm if it feels nice. We're going to pull back out. We'll switch sides. Which in itself can be tricky this time of morning. Big wide position. Good. So as you bend forward, you can off that patella. It shouldn't hurt so much. Feel stretch down to the top of the foot. And shoulders. Big inhale. Good. Reach up and around. Thanks, ladies. Taking it to the floor for your chest opener on the other side. Holding on to the weight of the head. Get a nice length. Choose if you want the hands behind the head or if you're going to circle around. I'm hoping you can feel a stretch from the elbow of the hand that's underneath your head, all the way through the back. We're trying to get our shoulders to the floor. After that next one, we're going to hold the stretch. Deepen the breath. 3 more. As you come out of that, your hands reach down to the pelvis. Back on the hands and knees for a foot stretch. All right, ladies. Just adding a little bit more footwork here. So top of the toes go into the mat, flexing the foot. So you can squeeze all the muscles here into the hip, wrap the legs. Let's keep to the same side. And then extend the leg. Nice work. And back. You get a little bit more dynamic so that way you can anchor back into that heel. Then as you pull the knee in, bring the knee towards the middle of your hands, bring back out. And you'll notice your body weight coming forward and back as well. Starting to push the floor away. Now I'm going to bring the knee to the outside of the elbow. And then back. Switch sides. Adding a cat stretch if needed. Finding the center, toes and heels, then I'm just flexing the toes and then pushing the energy back into the heel, feeling for the depth of the foot, the back of the calf, Achilles, quad, wrap the legs, pushing the floor away, and then just bending the knee back to its starting position. Find your center. You're going to feel yourself swinging side to side. Keeping it going. That your knee comes a little bit more center. So I'm going to try to work stability. So I'm going to move the knee a little bit wider, hip width apart, right? Then the knee comes into the elbow, then about away again. If it starts to hurt the arms, your wrists, try your fist or deepen using those fingers. Wrap the hands. Knee to the outside of the elbow, and then back out. Tighten the tummy. Good, ladies. We're going to go into our side stretch here. So swing the knees and that foot. And take it up. And we swing the arm to the pelvis, down to the floor. Cat stretch. Check out your inner elbow position. Make sure they're facing each other. Swing it around, pushing the floor away. And one more time on either side. If you're using your rope, you can as well. So you're going to go into your side stretch. Good. Other side. Let's stretch right down into the toes there. Down dog or child pose. Holding that position wherever you are. 5 deep inhale, exhale. So if you're in your down dog, you're welcome to come into your plank and then back again. If you're in your child pose, we'll come into your hands and knees and back again. Inhaling, exhaling. Yeah, or you can mix and match. Going from your down dog to plank to child pose. And we're back to dog. Do 2 more. Then we're going to move into a pigeon stretch. So if you know your tighter side, let's start with that one. So the knees will come forward. Yeah. If it feels okay, you can take it right down to the mat. And those are in nice deep breath. I'm going to give you a little bit of an extension, unless you're happy where you are. So with the extension, you're just pushing the floor away. I'm going to lift the chest. If you're happy here and you want a variation, try to bend the point, flex. And again, when you come out of this, think of how you want, what position, whether it's your cat stretch, down dog, or plank. So you can use that as your transition. And then we'll go into the other stretch, other side. And pull the left knee in between the two hands, down into the pigeon. Deepen the breathing here. Feels great on that glute. You might not feel the stretch, and take a breath. You're gonna go into your chest stretch here. So pushing the floor away, drawing the shoulders. Good. If there's any discomfort, just push back into child pose. If you're progressing from here, it looks good. Nice side. Get it. Try to look woo, tight. And flex. And down. Good. And again, down dog or child pose. If you're in your child pose, you're going to walk your hands to the left. You're in your down dog, you're going to reach to the left leg with your hands. Good. Nice, guys. You can bend the knees if you need to. And we'll switch sides. Your hand to the opposite. And if you're in your child pose, arms go to the right. Reaching out of that, taking it back to the floor so you can come right to the front of your mat. And we'll just take it right down. So right, if you need something under your head here, like a pillow or something. Nice, ladies. Great. Lots of stuff in today. All right. Back to basics here. Toes are pointing forwards, heels, knees, hips aligned, just rocking the pelvis. I'm going to go into some lower tummy work here. So I just want to go back to fundamentals for a moment. So find your neutral. You're going to engage double or single leg lift at the tabletop. Just holding here. Don't want any strain anywhere. Concentration is your transverse pelvis, lower tummy, closing your ribs, relaxing your upper body, relaxing the base of the jaw, deepening the breath. And if you want to make it harder, you could pull the knees a little bit further away from you, or for ease, relieve that tension, pull the knees closer to you. Just holding here. See if you can deepen that navel to spine. And change the breath work here. So on your exhale, you're going to try as if you're blowing the tissue away. So you take your inhale to 5, lateral inhale. Then as you exhale, pierce the lips and blow this tissue away. Deeply. And you should feel a deeper contraction in that lower belly. We'll do 4 more. Long inhale. Navel to spine, exhale. Keep that core deep in, inhale. Good. 3 more, inhale. 4, core, squeeze your glutes. 2 more. Knees are neutral. Good. 1 more time. Staying in this position, arms are going to come up over the chest. And we're going to do an opposite arm and leg. Inhale as you reach out. Exhale back. Keeping that going. Inhale. Think again of your bone placement and back muscles and glute muscles. Same breathing if you can handle it. So inhale out. Inhale out. Inhale out. Good. Inhale out. We're going to add double leg and double arms. So the arms will circle out and around. As you exhale, you'll come up to potentially grabbing the ankles. And then you lower back down. And then if it's okay, the legs as well will go up to 45 degrees or lower. And as you exhale, good. Inhale. Exhale. And relax down. Do you have anything under your head that's moving away? You're going to go into your bridge. Arms are down by the pelvis. Spread the fingers. Nice long length. You're going to lift to the bridge. Tilt the pelvis coming down the left side of your spine. Back to neutral. Exhale as you lift up. Knees point forward. Tilt the pelvis coming down the right side of the spine. Big inhale, exhale up. The neck stretch, knee stretch, tummy, toes, rock, and rock it down. Looks good. Christy, you're gonna bring your knees a little bit closer. And yeah. Good. Coming back up. We'll walk your feet a little bit closer to you. Can you grab the ankles or just touch your ankles? Chest opener here. If you are comfortable, 5 deep inhale, exhale. Think about drawing the shoulders, the shoulder blades together as you open your chest. Use your toes, press into the floor. You can also use your, you've got your band, or you could clasp the hands here. And you could also bring your hands underneath the pelvis and hold yourself up here as we lift one leg. And down. And switch. And down. And down. Good. And down. So I'm going to try a hip stretch here, guys. Can you straighten that leg to the ceiling? Reach down to the floor. Keep the hips up. Back up. We'll switch leg. Good. Bend the knee to the chest. Extend that leg. Reach to the ceiling. Good. Lower. And up. One more time. Other side. Nice work. Switch it up. Use those arms, use the glutes. Push. Strong one. Nice. Keep your hips up if you can. I'm going to walk your feet together, heels together. So your hips are neutral. That's good. You're going to open the knees. 10 toes are still on the floor. Bring the knees back together. Squeeze. Just 5. Inhale. Wrap the floor with those feet. Exhale back. Squeeze the inner thighs. Inhale out. Exhale back. 2. Squeeze. 1 more. Nice. Keep the glutes engaged as you lower down. Pelvic tilt. Good. Back into the upper body here. So you can keep your legs bent if you like. Let's lift the arms up over the chest. Little circles. Try your best to relax the face and jaw. Now we're going to scissor. So one hand to the floor, one hand over the head, and back. That's it. And then we'll release out of that. You're going to go into a little glute stretch here. So I'm going to pick up the right foot, place it onto the left knee. You can just keep it here if you like. You can wiggle side to side. Try also bringing that right foot towards the floor, and then you can look to the right. And roll it back up. We'll change sides. Rocking if it feels good. Otherwise, try to bring the left foot down towards the floor. Looking over to the left. Yes. And back. Hip stretch. Pull the knee back into the tummy. Extend the other. Your little ankle roll. You can even stretch the neck here if you'd like to look left and right. Drop the elbows down. Use the floor to your advantage here. The foot that's in the leg that's in your chest, that foot will tuck underneath the straight leg. Single leg spine twist. The leg that is on top here, you could extend and hold onto the toe. And that leg back. I'm just going to switch sides. So I'm going to pull the other knee first. Single leg stretch. Let's extend the other leg. Let's give me a roll through the foot here. That's it. And neck stretch if it feels all right. Which is great, even though a little bit strong. Okay, then we'll take that foot, going to tuck it underneath the knee of the long leg. Good, and hold. All right, I'm going to roll you onto your stomach. Arms are going to go underneath the head. Yeah. Okay, so the forearms are on the floor, and let's just release the shoulders a bit more. You're lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and drawing back down. Nice work. 3 more. 2 more. Inhale as you elevate. Exhale back down. And then we'll release there. Your hands are on the floor, elbows to the ceiling. Let's go ahead and bend the knees up. And again, I'm just going to massage the hips here. So you can rest the head down. Almost there, ladies. Good. Coming up into your extension here. Good. Take it back down to the floor. One more time up, then we'll push back into child pose. Breath. Exhale up. Toes. Spin yourself back into your child pose. We're resting here so you can have your forehead on top of the fists. If that's not comfortable, if you're dizzy, you're going to lift your head, use the floor, push yourself into a little child pose, feeling elevated, or just keeping the head above the heart. And again, just resting there. We're going to go into your body rolls. So what you could do is walk your hands up. If you're happy there, just hang out. Otherwise, we're going to tuck the toes under. Fold standing body rolls, pushing the hips back. So feel it Nice stretch from the hips up into the spine. Then you'll press the heels, roll yourself up. Good. You can add your arm stretch. You can add a back bend. You can add footwork. Good. Let's take it to the back down, chin to chest. Look for the stretch down the body. Take your breath here. Exhale when you're ready to roll it up. Add an arm stretch. Choose a back bend or footwork. Squeeze your glutes. Either decision, make sure your glutes are engaged. Good. One more time. Chin to chest as your inhale. Exhale, you're floating down to the floor. If it feels good, you can hang out there. Tighten up, breathe. Head position. Nice, yep. Arms up over the head. If you're adding your back bend, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Love it. I'm gonna have your hands on the hips, and we'll go back into your footwork. You carry on with your rolls. With your footwork, you're just gonna do one heel and then the other, so spreading the toes. Yeah, it looks good, guys. Show me your balance when you roll back, when you come up. Yeah. Show me how your balance is. So, all the way up. Yeah. Good alignment, guys. That looks good. So as you're standing, you can come back down to the floor. You're going to go into a side stretch. Nice. Good. Christine, pull your right ribs down just a little bit. Good. So you feel a stretch. Looks good, ladies. Side. That's it, Rachel. Careful not to drop the hips out. You guys are neutral. Good. And then the shoulders. Looking really nice. I hope you feel all right. Gets you ready for your day. Yeah, but it energizes you.
Thanks, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi. Bye, sure, ladies.
I'll be in touch with you about your things maybe
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah.
Yeah.
You guys want to join the challenge?
Yeah.
We're going to shoot for two sessions a day.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday, ladies.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.